Hi folks, Dino Bob here, back in California Paleopark. This is episode 7, and we're looking at Morrison dinosaurs, specifically the brand new Apatosaurus and also our old friend Dryosaurus. I'm going to start with a cruise around and a look at the habitat, and then we'll have some animal stuff as usual. So we're here at the end of the California Cool Cats exhibit. You can see the slouching guests. The guests were being really unhappy with the park in this period, and not much I could do would make them happy. Anyway, so you'll see a bunch of new things in here. There's a restaurant with a large restroom on the right there, and you're going to see smaller buildings and statues, anything to bring up those stats, and it just wasn't working all that well. Oh well. One hopes the next update will fix that, let alone the hot fixes. So that's the restaurant I was mentioning. Rustic themed exterior, and it overlooks the habitat. So the guests who are dining there get a look down into our large habitat. So we spin around to the left. Come on, we're supposed to spin around to the left. Maybe I thought I had more to say about this. I don't know. I had played around with another habitat that would have included this area right here in front of us, and now no longer in front of us. The piece in the middle and what's on the left, and it's now all on the left. So we're approaching the main overlook. You can see the silhouette of the Apatosaurus looming over things there. And this building complex is the Jurassic Overlook. It has amenities in it, and there's one of those statues I mentioned, trying to get our guests happier with spaces in between things. It was a thankless task, I'm afraid. Anyway, let's get closer to the Jurassic Overlook. You can see the arches on our right with Dryosaurus silhouettes running toward the building, and the arches leading into the building. Ahead there's a food kiosk and a large gift store on the left. Nothing fancy there. This was, like I said, during a period when the guests were unhappy, so the idea was to get as much in as fast as I could to try and get them back up, this being a challenge park and all. So I wanted to get a little more atmospheric in the large viewing area, because these are the largest animals in the park. There's a bathroom in the back there. Everyone's walking in slow motion because I've stretched this sequence out a little bit so I can talk more about the features. You have to go down to the actual overlook on either end of this colonnade. You can see the guests have places to sit, but they could even watch the animals from up here over the heads of a crowd, and the information screens that are supposed to educate them. So the Dryosaurus on the right, again, this time running in the other direction because we're moving in the other direction to the stairs down to the prime viewing area, much closer to the animals. I think I remembered to put in the elevator to get guests down here, but I'm not 100% sure. And we happen to have an Apatosaurus out there at the feeding tower. These guys sure eat a lot, and they eat fast. I think it's a bug. They seem to be eating faster than the other sauropods, and that doesn't seem to be right. I mean, they are bulky, but then, so is Brachiosaurus, and it's bigger. So they will probably get tuned in the future. It's been problematic to keep these guys fed, but part of that has been the staff moving through and keeping things supplied in an efficient way. They do a lot of wandering. So you can see the sun starting to go down. That is unfortunately a characteristic of the way filming in Challenge Park goes sometimes. So we're shortly going to pop up for some detail shots in the habitat, and we'll put the flashlight on. So there's the restaurant and the overlook, as I promised. You can see the waterfall in the back corner, something people who are down in the Jurassic Overlook don't actually get to see. Up in the back, there is the necessary compost heap, and supposedly some buildings that are supposed to be producing plants to either feed the animals or go into the storage unit there. But darn, they just keep ignoring that storage unit. I don't really understand how to fix it. So, looking back from this side, someday I think there will be more sauropods, and the idea I have in my head is that people would be able to take a safari through this area, and that's when most of the guests would get to see the waterfall. So one of the other features is a shelter building for the Dryosaurus. There's one going in right now. We're going to follow them a little bit. And they have resting places in there, and one is resting. They have their own low feeder. The idea is that this would give them a place to get away from the big sauropods, which would be a consideration for real animals. Not that they care at the moment. So there's a view of the outside of the habitat. Actually, not the habitat, the overlook, where our guests are viewing our animals. So that's pretty much what I've got to show you of the habitat, except for the traditional overview. And we'll get to that momentarily. Excuse me. My throat's a little dry today. So up we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. So just a big rectangle primarily, again, because of that thought that I'd be expanding this at some point in the future. You can see there's already some water in there because sauropods wanted more water, and I didn't want to expand the waterfall area, and so I put it across the fence to look to the future. So I managed to catch one of the keepers in there using the feeder. I don't know if you've seen this little bit of animation when they reload it. They bring the baskets down and then send them back up with food, which is a cute little touch, I think. He certainly caught one of the Apatosaurus' attentions when he did that, because it headed right over. So again, with the sun going down, and a little overlook of the habitat, keepers moving on to add some more stuff. And we've got a majestic sauropod with a lot of tail whippy action going there, to heading for that feeder. You can see one of the Dryosaurs sort of escorting him. If these were real animals, the sauropods would probably be pretty messy eaters at this. And I can totally see the Dryosaurs. Boy, did he make that food disappear. Anyway, I can totally see the Dryosaurs running around underneath the feet of the sauropods, snatching stuff that falls down. So the darkness required the flashlight to catch the end of that. And you can see the feeder's empty already. So here we are, daytime, to see the animals in habitat. The Dryosaurs are chowing down at their low feeder in a group, which was nice to see. And you're getting to see a sauropod make the food disappear. Yeah, sort of 2 ducks to the head, and it's 2/3 gone. And there it is, all gone. Yeah, so let's look at the Dryosaurs, and they're done too. Okay, and off they go. I know packing and herding is not yet in game, but these guys managed a fair simulation of it during this filming. You can see them moving sort of together and bumping into each other, and now apparently intimidated near the sauropod but one of them who's a little bit further away thinks he can clear the tail, and off he goes. Well, these guys can't get their act together till the sauropod turns. And they see their big break and get their act together. Come on, guys, get your act together. Excuse me. I told you my throat was a little dry today. So now we got 3 of them trailing the sauropod. I don't know, maybe they're coprophagous. Well, you know, that's the sort of thing you don't know about animals when you can only see their bones. But they're sort of dithering about going past the sauropod and still sort of trending in the same direction. I misspoke a little bit earlier. This is the moment when they see their moment, and off they go in a line. Not bad for animals that don't have AIs to do this. I thought that was pretty interesting and thought y'all might get a kick out of that. And off they go, still in destination mode, heading toward yet another apatosaur. And the waterfall, I think it's all because they want to go get a drink of water. Why they picked that location as opposed to the one in the back of the habitat, I don't know. So there's a nice dinosaur's eye view of the restaurant. And we'll come back to another sauropod having moved in to make sure that feeder doesn't stay full for long, with our Dryosaurus trekking in front of them. If you enjoyed this video, please hit a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and theoretically you'll get notices when there are new ones. And make a comment. I may still be traveling when this one hits YouTube, but I will try to answer comments when I can. So next time, ignore the keeper walking on air in the background. They do weird stuff like that. And the sun's going down on our sauropods, so the sun's going down on this video too. Next time, I think we'll still be on the Morrison with another animal. And I'll leave you to guess what that is for now. Thanks for stopping by. You all be kind to each other out there and stay safe. I'll see you again in another video. Should be one dropping in just about a week. Bye now.